Welcome back, everybody. We're going to continue our talk about angles and drawing angles with drawing negative angle measures today. The difference between the last lesson and this lesson is negative angle measures are drawn clockwise, so the same direction as a clock. I'm looking at this XY axis. I'm still starting here on the same spot for my initial side at 0 degrees. But instead, now I'm going down for my first set of 90 degrees. And then over here is negative 180. Come on up for negative 270 degrees, and then back over to the start for negative 360 degrees. So essentially, we're taking the y-axis and flipping those numbers around and making them negative. Please remember that quadrants stay the same. So quadrants are always drawn counterclockwise, never will change no matter if we're going clockwise or counterclockwise for our angle measures. So we still have quadrant 1 in the upper right hand corner, and to the left is quadrant 2, down for quadrant 3, and then right for quadrant 4. So the only difference between the last lesson and this one is the direction that we're drawing in. I'm going to go ahead and make my axis negative 90 degrees, negative 180 degrees, negative 270 degrees, and negative 360 degrees. My quadrants, quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4. So negative 240 degrees is in between negative 180 and negative 270. I'm going to put that right here. Remember, I'm still starting right here at 0, but I'm going clockwise to show my angle measure this time. And we are stopping in quadrant 2. Negative 500 degrees, we are still more than 360. So this time I'm going to add 360. Negative 500 plus 360 is negative 140 degrees. Negative 140 degrees is in between negative 90 and negative 180, roughly maybe about right here. Oops, put that back on there. Okay, so again, we still have to show that we went more than 360 degrees. So starting on our initial side, going clockwise, I have to go all the way around one time for 360 degrees. And then I continue on over to the negative 140. We're stopping in quadrant 3, and that would be the negative 500 degrees. Our last value for this set of examples is negative 50. That's going to be between 0 and negative 90. Just going to get us maybe about right here. And so going clockwise down just a little bit, and we are stopping in quadrant 4 for that terminal side. Draw and label 0 degrees, negative 90, negative 180, negative 270, negative 360, and quadrants 1, 2, 3, and 4. So negative 45 degrees is between 0 and negative 90, about right here. Still starting at the 0 degrees for our initial side. going clockwise or down to start for negative 45 degrees, pausing in quadrant 4 for that terminal side. Negative 550 is more than 360 degrees, so I'm going to go ahead and add 360, and that'll be negative 190 degrees. So I'm going a full 360 plus another 190 degrees. Negative 190 is in between negative 180 and negative 270, pretty close to the 180 here, so I'm going to put it right there. And again, we have to show that we went more than 360 degrees. So starting on my initial side, there's my full 360, and then another 190 to get to my negative 550. Example 6. 395 is more than 360, so I'm going to add 360. That gives us an extra 35 degrees. So I have to go a full 360 and then another 35 degrees. Negative 35 degrees maybe is about right there. So we have to go all the way around. Starting at my initial side, go all the way around, and then that extra 35 degrees to get to the negative 395. All right, 0, negative 90, negative 180, negative 270, negative 360, and quadrants 1, 2, 3, and 4. So negative 65 degrees is between 0 and 90. It's maybe roughly about right here. We have our initial side, not traveling very far, and we are ending here in quadrant 4. Oops. And for our negative 230, negative 230 is between negative 180 and negative 270. Maybe about right here. We're not going a full 360 degrees, so I don't need to worry about that. Start at my initial side and come around clockwise. And we are stopping in quadrant 2. That's it for today, everybody. Hope everybody's doing great. I miss you all and hope to see you soon.